That's right.
Hi everyone. That intro is new for me, so it kind of gives it a little bit of a delay. It freaks me out every time. But anyways, we always get it done. I would like to introduce you, and it's not just on my channel. I think everybody is streaming on everybody else's channel, so it just looks like I'm in charge, but I'm not. But we have Danny Shea, and we also have Lori from Way of Positive Change. And I think, Danny, you're still muted for some reason. I don't know why that is. But I welcome and we have a special guest. We have Lori's brother with us.
Brother Steve, yes.
Brother Steve.
Brother Steve. Literal brother, Reverend Steve.
He's going to be the referee.
He can be the referee.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty.
We need it sometimes.
Yeah. All right.
All right, everyone. So, as usual, let's go around and talk about what's happening on your channel, and if there's anything new, or how to get a hold of you if you still do readings and that such a thing. So, go ahead, Lori.
Well, I've been blessed with Steve's visit, so I haven't been doing readings this week, but I do have readings available the first week of March, first and second week of March, before we go off to LA, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And so you can go to thewayofpositivechange.com and you can scroll down to book a reading and pick the time that you like, the day that you like, and I would be honored to meet you and read for you.
Awesome.
Yes.
There you go. Danny, what you been doing?
What's I been doing? Well, maybe I'll go see Lori next month. Take a little drive down to Smell A. We'll see. We'll see.
Wow.
It stanks down there, and it's going to get stankier because of our illustrious leader saying we don't need no stinking EPA and air regulations. Oh, anyway, sorry about that. So what have I been doing? I did something that was really, really powerful, and it's on my other channel, Danny Shea's Journeys, and we went to Egypt. We did a shamanic journey to Egypt, and I didn't know what to expect, but it was a super powerful activation during this time, and a lot of people got a lot of energy, information out of it. So, and it's all about balancing the energies of this time as we're moving forward. And so I was just surprised at how many people really got a lot out of it. So if you like, guided meditations, shamanic stuff, go check that out. It's real cool. And other than that, I am doing readings, and you can go to my website, DannySheaTarot.com, and see all the details.
There you go.
That's it.
Well, thanks everyone. Yeah, on my channel, I opened up a few. I don't know if I have any more openings, but you can definitely go check if I have any more openings. I only opened it up for a few of readings, and then it'll close back up, and I might do this maybe every January or something like that. Anywho, I have been doing a lot of collaborations. I struggle with doing a solo videos right now. Every time I start one and I start talking about what's happening and stuff like that, I start crying. So it's like really bad. and I don't know what to do about it right now. So I collaborate, and that kind of holds my emotions back, because nobody likes to cry in front of your friends. So even though you can, I kind of find it a little easier, to be doing this video. So I'm working on it. I really am working on it. Getting out a solo video. So anywho,
But wait a minute. That, what you just said there was so important, because these times they're making everybody cry. And I really think it's important that we as a community take good care of ourselves. And if we need to turn off the videos and the YouTubes, then do it, and go out in nature and just take care of yourself, because it is going to fix. With our help, we are going to change things, but we don't need to be glued to every little thing.
Yeah, I mean, our job here on YouTube is definitely to read on what's going on politically. So with us, we probably absorb a little bit more political content than most people do, and I probably and I know that I'm so angry about the Republican Party and all of them. I mean, this whole country, the whole world is reading about how they have tortured children, and that upsets me, like, to my core. We're not going to cry.
We're not
going to do all that.
But we do love you.
I think it's just important for people to not lose their agency in the world, because the energy of the world is, we all contribute to it. So you have to change how much you take in of the news, but always maintain your possibility of giving, of being respectful, kind, and loving in the world, because that is important. So always hold on to that.
Doing something. Everybody has their own specific gifts and talents, God-given talents, gifts and skills that you do very, very well, and you can help your neighbor, your friends, and in your very own special gifted way.
Yeah.
Agreed. Absolutely agree. I always, when I get to those points and stuff like that, I just shift. I have an elderly neighbor across the street that I make sure that she's doing well. I have my children, of course, and my grandchildren and stuff like that, and I focus on that, and I kind of, my dogs and things like that, and I just use them at this point in time for comfort and knowing that my world in this home is okay.
Yeah.
And I have to start there. And sometimes that's just all I can do, is just be right here, knowing that my dogs are safe, my children are safe, my grandchildren are safe, and things like that. Anywho, let's kind of move on from there. We have a lot of questions to get through, and I hope everybody here, if I see a question that you really absolutely have, sometimes I star it, and I'll try to get to as many questions that the chat has as well. So welcome to the chat. I see Pegasus is here. We have a lot of people who have joined each. I can't think right now for some reason. Now I'm moving into going asterisk. So I memberships and stuff like that. I see a lot of people joining memberships. Make sure that you're also subscribe to Danny and Lori and of course me, so that we can all be a part of this community. So I want to shift it over to, let's start with Danny. Danny has a question that he was talking about. Let's ask Danny's question first. Let's go for that.
What was I talking? Is that the MAGA podcasters, the conservative podcasters that are,
I think,
going after each other?
They're feuding.
Big time. And I know that we've read on this where they were just going to start tearing themselves apart and fighting at each other. And we're seeing it now. We're seeing it with Candace Owens. We're seeing it with Nick Fuentes. He said, and I don't know if this is the right thing. He said to the MAGA faithful, just don't vote. Because everything that MAGA promised us, the release of the Epstein files, the draining the swamp, they're not doing it. So just don't vote. And then next time around, we'll install our own fascist government. And I went, did I just hear that right? I may have misheard that. I don't know. And by the way, I'm just, for California, it's for entertainment purposes only.
Right.
But anyway, it's amazing. So can we see how, I'm not quite sure how to form the question. Even Candace Owens.
Maybe we should ask if the Republican base is listening to them. Are they following along? Are they, what are they doing with that information? Because that used to be their lifeline, is all of those podcasters.
Well, and
Have they turned them off?
the other big thing is that Steve Bannon, he is really getting implicated more and more and more closely associated with Epstein and then he was trying to help him rebrand after he had been convicted. So, I mean, they did not know this about him.
Yeah, but Lori, Steve Bannon said, he told me, he said that he was just trying to rehabilitate Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you start chatting with Steve Bannon? Is this like a daily thing, a once a week thing?
I'd rather not say it out here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, so let's take the temperature. Let's do a little spread on see how the MAGA base is taking the podcasters, arguing, switching. I mean, even Joe Rogan has pretty much broke from Trump. He's sitting there going, how do you, I mean, he's questioning things now. And so let's see if that is making a difference in their life.
And can I remind everybody to hide their naked pictures?
Yes, no naked pictures on your cards. Apparently, they have problems with that.
They got they got you on your show, Lori, didn't they?
Yes, I did a whole special eclipse video on the 18th live. I had 1,000 people watching, and we got all the way to the end, and I had held up the devil card, and they just removed the whole entire
video.
So now I have all the bits covered. But yeah, I lost the whole thing, and I couldn't even come back on. I had to take remedial training and sexuality and course. I did. I had to take a 15-minute course, and then they wouldn't let me back on the same day. And then, oh God, that's okay. It's all good now.
I think Hogarth had to do the same thing because he also says I have to cover up my naughty bits on his cards.
They're not naughty bits. They're not naughty bits. It's like people calling the Page of Cups stinky fish. It's not a stinky fish.
No, it's not a stinky fish, and they're not naughty bits. They're nicey bits.
Nice bits. Nice bits. BIT.
What happened?
YouTube.
What happened? Did I say something wrong?
I think they have AI monitoring all these channels.
Yeah, probably.
It was a person. I think it was AI.
Yeah, it caught the exact moment on there.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah,
But Steve
you gotta do the
Shuffle,
flash.
Steve Shuffle
All right.
was the answer on MAGA. But I think they're gnashing teeth. Is there a card for gnashing teeth and biting each other?
I don't know.
I don't either. Maybe.
Libby's in the audience somewhere.
Hey, Libby.
Hi. We have all 1325 compared to with everybody's stuff. I get a tally. So there's 1,339 people here watching us. And so
Woohoo!
there you go.
Thank you,
Whoever's
everybody.
laid down whoever's laid down their
So what's
cards,
the questions? Are they going to be what's the question?
The question is
Hell, Danny.
with all of the podcasters twisting around doing flip-flops, does Trump's base what are they doing with that?
What are they doing with this information?
Yeah. What are they doing with that information? Are they turning them off? Are they going their own way? Or we're not talking about the cult members. Those people will never shift. But we do. I'm hoping that at some point in time we realize that maybe there's somebody out there that can shift. My brother's not one of them. He will never turn away.
Never
ever.
say never.
Yeah, never say it. Never ever.
Okay,
I'll give him the.
I'm ready to go.
Go for it.
Steve Shuffle. Well, they really didn't like some of the stuff that's going on all over the place. First of all, I think some of the MAGA people are mad because they said America first And now we're in all this world stuff. Bailed out Argentina. We took out Maduro from Venezuela. Now we got all of our big ships up there by Iran. And so they're really mad about that. So I think that's a big divisive problem that they're having. And I think so some of them just don't like it and they've turned away. So I think there have been many that have just turned away. That's one of the eclipses. And then there's others that are just sort of worried about the Epstein files. They have concerns about that, about the pleasures that people took and all the greed. So I think they're really concerned. I do think that they're not happy with what's happening. They're not satisfied. They're not happy. They don't know what to believe, but they are still searching to find someone that will share their beliefs and, maybe Turning Point or something, even though there's feuding going on in Turning Point. That's what they're not happy.
There's something going on. Would you say about something going on internally with Turning Point?
Yes, because many of them are not getting along. And
yeah,
like you said, the Candace Owens things, there are many people that have huge theories who are very well supported that Erika had something to do with, and other people that make money inside internally Turning Point with Mr. Kirk.
Yeah. Do you think she's going to be canceled? Her show? They can't. I'm just joking.
I don't think so.
I'm just joking. Yeah. Lori, are you done?
I'm done.
Well, you're never done because you're always ready to go again. But I agree 100% with what you said, using different cards. I got the Hanged Man. It's a bat, by the way, with red eyes. It's kind of scary, but so they're in suspension. They're looking at this now going, maybe we should look at things from a different point of view. They are also, it's being challenged by the magician. So they're going, were we just fooled? Was this something that shouldn't have happened? There's still a lot of money being made from this, and that's the 9 of Pentacles at the base, but it feels like it's pretty contained. I also got the 4 of Cups, but in this deck, there's a rat on top of the 4 Cups. Yeah. But this one, I don't see an offer being made, except it's just being covered up.
It looks like the rat is going pee in the last cup.
That's Nick Fuentes' cup.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his cup. So maybe there's 4 main podcasters, and whoever is last, he gets to drink the golden liquid. The last, sorry.
I gotta mute myself. You're cracking me up.
See, this is why I only do videos by myself, because a lot of people go, oh, good Lord, Danny. But the last cards we get, I get the 5 of Pentacles, the loss, the moral loss too with this. So I think they are going to be losing people on their podcast. They're the 5 of Wands, just a lot of verbal back and forth. And the final clarifier was the Hermit card again. So they're kind of sneaking away and just not really, they're dropping away from these podcasts. They're not paying that much attention. They're going, okay, we're backing away from it. So, and I don't blame them. It's too much news.
Yes. And whatever you do, do not drink the chalice with the yellow liquid in it. Whatever you do.
It's not full of snow.
Okay. Right. Well, what I got was the 7 of Pentacles, right? Working hard to keep their fantasy land. They have been searching high and low. These people, the podcasters, were just double time in it for them. They were literally just feeding their fantasy land, their fantasy minds, their fantasy souls. And so this kind of describes how they're working. But what has happened in a quick succession, because I got fast progress, is the end of that. They have seen the end of those podcasters peddling their BS for them. And right here it says behind the veil. I got behind the veil, but behind the veil meaning in this card it says growth, but be okay with not knowing. And I got the Knight of Cups, the romance of them not knowing what's going on. They're not getting soothed anymore. They're becoming very agitated. They're not getting their feed. They're And so I have here is sky clarity. It's like they can't listen to the podcasters, so they're gonna they have a sky daddy that they go to and search for, and they have to find new sources. They're trying to cook up and find new sources to their fantasy land. My cards didn't really describe anything other than them being confused and not getting their fix, not getting their what they have been listening to for a very, very long time. So maybe that'll sour the milk enough for them.
Yeah, and I think some of them got freaked out too because the word pizza is used in there for pizza parties in the Epstein File. And that brings us right around to InfoWars with Alex. What's his name?
Oh my God! And
it's like Pizzagate, but not at Hillary's place.
Correct. Yeah. And I want to also, along this lines, while we got the energy of the base and stuff like that, I want to kind of see how it's affecting them, all of this Epstein information. Are they just literally just blocking it, or are they actually reading it, is my question.
Steve has it.
I just wanted to add that the history of groups that get together, big groups with some leaders, where their main content is being derisive, not treating people well, making fun of people, being cruel, using commentary that just rips things apart. They feed on themselves after a while. They don't generate enough cohesion to stay long term. So what I think what's going on with MAGA right now is they're just falling apart from the basic values that they've upheld and what the podcasters have been spewing, because it's not kind, it's not loving.
No,
yeah,
it's not sustainable. Agreed.
No.
It is absolutely not sustainable. So let's take a look and see where MAGA is at with the Epstein files. I kind of want to know. I mean, I kind of get the feeling, because the feeling I have when I check on the whole thing, just sitting in my basement and checking the energy, I kind of feel the shift of numb. They're numb. So I just kind of wanted to see what your guys' cards have to say
You
about
can
that.
take a look at that.
And then I'll go into all of my starred questions and find one from the chat to answer, and then we'll go back over to you, Lori.
What do they think too? Because when you were asking that question, I was thinking about Moses Mike, and he's always just so, yeah, well, I'll take a look at it. I'll take, it's like he taps it down so much, the importance of it, and it should be, I mean, he should be like railing against this, but yet he's not, because he's, in the pocket of Trump.
Not about Jesus or the Bible anymore.
No. And Lori, you can go first. All
right, Steve shuffled. So what does MAGA feel about the Epstein? They're like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. No. Don't say it. They want to blame it on someone, and they do not want the orange one exposed in any way. Do not say. Okay. Payment, money. They're disappointed. That was a disappointment, right? Yeah. They're forlorn, disappointed, regret. And they think there's more secrets. A lot more secrets to come out, and that people are holding the secrets in. Some of them are mad, really angry, and that want to hold them accountable. Some of them say, instead of HANG Mike Pence, they're like, let's get some other people. We're back to Danny's hangman, lies, sex tape, lies, videos, and some of it's gossip. Some of it's not. Some of it's hype, some of it isn't. So they just feel like there's just so many secrets. And thank you, me, myself, and I. There's just secrets, lies, deception, sex, lies, and videotapes. That's what they say. And they're not getting along about it either. So they're both wolves. So they're all arguing. It's bad.
Bad.
I love it.
Wow. I'll go ahead and go this time, and then we'll leave Danny for the last
to hang
here. Well, you know what? I got the card of you're on your own. Like you're on your own. We're letting it go, kind of a thing. And I got literally the cult card with that. You're on your own. You're on your own. That was really bizarre for me because I would never have thought a cult member would ever just, let it go. But it kind of feels like everything that they see and all that, they're like, you know what? We stayed long enough. And then their worthy goal, the goal of what they really wanted, is they're recognizing the dismemberment of it. This is not what we wanted. This is not what we wanted. And then the clear mind. I don't believe that any of them are really having much of a clear mind, but clean up and clear mind came through. Which is really weird to me. So clean up and clear mind. Maybe they are, how if somebody's being fed poison, once you take the poison out of your mouth, things start to get a little better. You're starting to focus a little. You're starting to kind of do that. But to be honest with you, the end of it is going to be a rough road for them. And imprisonment is on their mind. Imprisonment. So they want somebody imprisonment. Of course, they probably don't want Trump because then that would make them wrong. That would make them jerks for the last 10 years. That would make them a part of the suffering that everybody has been suffering for quite some time. That would make them a part of that. And so they have a hard time not connecting that part. But they're in the same boat as like, we want all of them in prison because whatever they're hearing accidentally and or purposely, they're also getting the information about children being the suffering of children. And I'm not sure any decent-ish human being can dismiss that, to be honest.
Yeah.
So go.
Well, yeah, I don't know about the suffering of children aspect of it, because they're okay with ICE suffering children, and they're okay with that, because their parents are here illegally. They're criminals. I mean, come on. So there's a real disconnect for me in that. But I am in agreement with what you guys say. I can almost sum it up in the first two cards. Lori was talking about dismemberment. And this is the Ten of Swords. They're being stabbed in the back. But in this deck, the Wild Unknown, they're being stabbed in the eye. They're being stabbed in the head. They're being stabbed everywhere. This is like this is a hard card to look at. There's so many swords all over the place, and it's just such a dark energy card. And then we have the Seven of Cups. They're a little lost with what they should be doing, where they should be going with this. A lot of it is is financial for them. They want to keep. They still think that they're going to make a better life with MAGA and have more finances with MAGA, with the 10 of Pentacles. But yeah, I think they're a little upside down. I got the Hanged Man again. They're looking at it from a different position, but they are still protecting something. There's more that they're protecting, and more is going to be coming out. And I don't know how they're going to be able to change with this. When all these eggs hatch, how are they going to keep them all together? I think they're worried about that. Not worried, but I mean, there's a lot going on with that MAGA cult that is hard for me to understand how it breaks up, because it's cultish.
I think
You
some
have
of
to
them.
give up.
Oh.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
Well, I
ahead.
was going
Go
to
ahead,
say,
Steve.
I think there is a sizable portion of MAGA that's now looking in the mirror, because there's a lot of them that don't like seeing law-abiding immigrants that are having their families ripped
Yes.
apart, having kids being separated from the parents. There's still a lot of people that don't like that, regardless of whether they're MAGA or not. And then when you're facing that kind of, and then the Epstein files, of course, when you're facing that kind of cognitive dissonance, then they eventually have to look in the mirror.
Yep.
That's uncomfortable. But I've met some people who have switched over. They've been
Yeah.
long in the MAGA camp.
Me
So
too.
it's breaking through.
It is.
Yeah. But you know, Sheila said they've invested, as we have too, for our cause and what we think is right and just, which, well, we're right and not right, but it's you know, they've invested 10, 14 years in this belief, and now to say, oh, all those years you believed in the wrong thing, that's going to be really difficult. And I think if we are truly what they call light workers, we're going to have to rise above that somehow. I don't know how yet, but yeah. Okay, I'll shut up.
There's always hope for human beings. There's always hope.
Yeah. We're just not going to
Say that again, Steve, because
I said there's always hope for human beings, regardless.
Yeah, say that again, because I'm. No.
There's always hope. There's always hope.
Well,
I just want to.
I just wanted to end with, we've known people that have been MAGA for 10 years, and they've switched up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a
Good.
few. I've got a few little stories of my own with the MAGA supporters who fly the flag and had the posters up and all of that. They're gone in my neighborhood. I mean, they have been total through it all. And the lady down the street has removed all of her memorabilia, whatever
Yeah.
it is, the gorb, the crap from her house. I drive to work, and I pass this one house all the time, and they had this great big old huge sign on their chain link fence that said Trump and Vance. It's gone.
Yeah.
I was like, what? So, and we don't see the flag flying around like we used to.
No.
I mean, if you could tell who was a MAGA supporter and who was not in this town, because
We need Kamala Harris back to bring back the flag.
yeah, something. So I just want to say thank you so much for the donation here. Love you all. I also
Thank you.
Yep, thank you so much for that. Let's see. I'm gonna pick out a question here. Oh, I wanted to also show that a lot of people says I have a brother like that. He lives in West Texas, and I think, I think it's in the water. Yeah. Here says Sheila, my brother passed away last week, and while I was talking with my MAGA sister, she apologized and said she made a mistake voting for Pop-Tart. Anything can happen. That's good. That's good news. That's really good news. Thank you.
It was good
Okay,
that you
so-
changed that word, so the AI wouldn't catch you.
Yeah, we have to use all kinds of,
Oh,
okay. says, I was surprised to read at Andrew Mountbatten charged first arrest and it was for disclosing business information, and they said nothing at the child ring. What is that about? So here we were talking about that, I think, behind the scenes about Andrew being charged. They, prosecutors or whatever, they will always go after what they can prove first. And then once they can get in there, so they went after that, they can prove that first. But they can also, they're in his house, they're searching his house, they're doing all of the investigation, let discovery begin. And if they create and find anything while they're doing that, they could add more charges. So it's literally like Al Capone. They couldn't prove murders, but they could prove tax evasion. And so they kind of get them through all that kind of stuff. But I do want to read on Andrew and what is his state of mind right now, because I'm hoping he gets vicious, to be honest. I hope he has nothing to lose.
What's he going to do?
What's he going to do? So let's go ahead and read that.
Yeah, is he being felt betrayed because no one's standing up for him, no one's trying to protect him, he's just being hung out to dry? So is he going to go, I'm done, I'll tell you whatever you want? Yeah,
I'm pretty sure his brother has been waiting for this moment. I mean, what's his face? He is as happy as a lark watching his brother go down. The king is as happy as a lark. He is fine. He's having a good time. Yes, he literally started the whole thing. Took his title away, this, that, and the other. I don't think they've gotten along for a long time. I think he enjoys the fact.
He gave away secrets, government secrets.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
It could be palatial secrets. It could be royal secrets.
royal secrets, that's a good one.
Can you guys hear that alarm?
No.
No? Okay, good. I don't know where it's coming from. Anyways. All right, let's read on, see where Andrew is at, his emotional state of mind right now.
Andrew.
Yeah, we were talking about that before. I mean, he has lost his reputation. He has lost his house. He's lost his title. He's lost his money. You know what I mean? He's got nothing to lose at this point other than his life. And he probably doesn't care. And if, like, I'm going down, you're all going down too. That would be my attitude anyway if I was a royal. But, you know. What you guys got?
Well,
Lori, go ahead.
Okay. Well, he does have fear. He has fear for everyone that's involved, and he knows how Epps was removed, let's say. And so when the devil's on his side, he does have fear about. And I think that there's more that he did that has not been revealed. And the secrets that he got money, he got something. There was some sort of exchange there. Mm-hmm. He's very concerned. He's worried. He's anxious. His freak is freaked.
Yeah.
And he wants this over. He wants it over so he can get on with his life. But he's ready to do a little bit of fighting. No fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
What you got, Danny?
I got a little bit of a mixed bag. I did get what Lori got. He has a lot of information that he knows about, obviously, and he's gotten paid. This is the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. And then I got a lot of I got the Fool card going on a journey, maybe he's just being foolish. But I got the Ace of Cups internally as a new emotional start, but that gets closed off with the Father of Wands. And this is a snake lightning bolt coming at him. And so he's got to defend himself. I see this. He can see the top. He's got the 9 of Wands. And in this deck, it's like if you climb up the stairs, you're going to be okay. But it's kind of challenging to get up there. Somebody's after him with the Ace of Pentacles, a new project or this could be a bullseye thing, but it gets totally derailed because that's the 9 of Swords. And he gets all cut up again and he gets dissected. And it's like, no, you're not getting out. So he's on this roller coaster ride where he thinks he's going to be okay and then he's not okay. Then he thinks he's going to be okay and then he's not okay. He's got a lot of information to give out, though.
Do you think, because when I look at these two here, actually, when I combine these top three together, do you think that he feels that he has enough power that he can give them just enough information so he can go free?
I do.
Yeah.
My cards are literally.
Yeah.
Just enough. He wants it to go away. He wants to be out of there.
Yeah. But I don't think it's going to win. I don't think that's going to happen. But that's what I think.
Least amount of time or least amount of trouble.
Yeah.
He's.
And if he does get out, he's going to be just a shell of who he's going to be in pieces. Not literally, but yeah.
So this is what I got. I got lost. Like he's cut off, he's blocked, he's ghosted, he's lost. He's been lost, no protection. And it has gone to new heights. Like no royal has ever been treated like this. He's, no matter what, it's almost like he's thinking back through the line. There was a rapist over here. There was a such and such over here. There was this, there was that, there was that. Why me? Why me? Right? And I got pressure cooker ready to explode. He's done. He's cooked. He is done with all of this stuff. He's really wondering why. And he's bringing out his Ace of Wands. And his Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands is that information that I have a lot. I'm going to do what I can, kind of a thing. And then I got the Hermit. He does want it to go away. He does want this all to stop. But I have a feeling, and I was talking about it before, I was hoping that he would get vindictive. But my cards also say that he's had enough. Of the pressure, of the attention, of the loss, of everything. And I have a feeling that he's like, what do you want? What do you need? I'll give it to you. Give me the best deal that you can. And and he wants to get back to being a hermit. Like, I want this all to go away. And
yeah. It's interesting when you said, why me? All these other royals in the history of, have done all this and he got caught. And why me? Why am I getting thrown under the bus?
Exactly. Well, like I said, he pissed off. I'll let you, Steve. I definitely want to hear from you.
Yeah.
I think he's pissed off the king a long time ago. And yeah, go for it, Steve.
I think he's really going through the fire now, because imagine just being born into the royal line. I mean, that kind of privilege is really, you don't really know what that's like. And he's lost it. I'm pretty sure now after his arrest, he's realized that part of my life has just been dissolved. It's gone. Yeah. It'll never come back. And if he's going to make a deal and try to get something in his own life, it's going to have to be based on his own actions and what he can do that's right, and to actually have an understanding of that. So I think that's his only way out to reclaiming his place in the world. It won't be as a royal. It'll just have to be as a human being who's now admitted mistakes and is now trying to do better. and doing better.
Nobody will believe him.
Well, I'm just saying that's
I
the
know.
only avenue
I
that's
get it.
left.
He might have to get, he might, you know, you can only, if you're a liar, you have to give legit, provable evidence
Mhm.
in order for it to do. So
And
he
he
might
does.
have that.
Yeah, he can be redeemed.
Yeah, the first step would be to totally come clean. That's
Yeah.
Correct.
that's the only way he's going to move ahead from this and have
He's
a
too
life.
afraid.
All right, Steve, I
Well,
want you to be
he
his
might-
lawyer.
Yep, and I want him to move past his fear.
I
You
do
know,
too.
Andrew, get over your crap and just do the right thing for once in
Do
your
the right
dang
thing.
life, right?
Yeah.
I want to say thank you for the donation here. It says new bracelets on his B-Day priceless. So, you know, the compassion is there, I can tell. Thank you so much for this donation. It says we are grateful for all four of you, your gifts and your generosity.
Thank you, Beth.
Yep. Thank you so much for that. We also have Dragonfly Damsel. Is that what that says?
Yes.
Another donation. Thank you.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
usually and somebody is a new member.
Woohoo!
So thank you for that as well. All right, Lori, I think we're heading to your neck of the woods for a question that you had.
Yeah, we
Why don't we do this?
you wanted, I didn't ask them, but we could do.
Well,
Okay.
Lori wrote down an interesting question. It's a different topic, but how are the citizens in Cuba doing? Right.
Oh yeah. Let's do that.
You know, what lies in their future? Because this is really coming to
It's
a head.
monumental.
I mean, they've lost electricity.
Food,
They're not having enough food.
No
It's really
fuel.
dire.
no way to get out.
Yeah,
I mean, it's bad.
it's a huge crisis.
Yeah. Rubio for president. No?
All right, let's see. Well, can we read on that real quick? Can
That's
we
what
just
he
get-
wants. But yeah, let's do that. Let's read on that.
you know,
What
and-
exactly?
Yeah.
All right. How are the citizens in Cuba doing? Like, what's next for them? What does their future look like? Are they going to get out of this? Is Rubio going to go in there and switch out their leadership, or what happened? All right, Steve's been shuffling today.
He's been doing a good job
He's
shuffling.
doing a great job.
Yeah.
These cards aren't that easy to shuffle, I must say. So I'm
That's
learning.
because the naked bits are all covered up.
They do feel different. You can identify when those cards are passing through my hands.
So what exactly is the question?
The question is, how are the citizens in Cuba doing, and what's coming up next for them?
Okay.
What's coming? What's in their future? You know, are they going to get some relief? But this is worse. Like Rose Blue says, this has been going on bad for decades, but this is really bad now.
Really bad for them.
Really bad. There's no fuel. I mean, it's not good, and they're not good. Really bad. And it's very emotional.
I just
And they
wanted to
don't-
read this one.
Okay.
Wrong, Sheila. Charles and the palace did all they could do to cover for Andrew. Charles oversaw the millions that went to Griffey.
Jufe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jufe. Okay.
Okay. It's questionable the amount of money that she got. But, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. So the citizens in Cuba they're very emotional, and they've lost patience. They don't have patience. They don't feel strong. They don't feel patient. They're upset. You know, their life may not have been so great, but at least they had some things that they needed. And some of them just want to leave. They're just like, get me the hell out of here. You know, help me out. Get out. Okay. And they feel separated from the world. They feel left behind. They feel heartbroken. Who will help us? Cut off. They're crying. This is always, when the Three of Swords comes up, it's tears. It's always tears. Looks bad, doesn't it?
It does.
Really?
Yeah.
And then
Oh, jeez.
everything came tumbling down. It's the, you know what's hitting the fan. Anything's left that's hitting the fan. and they just feel like there's nothing they can do. They're waiting for somebody to come with a boat. They hope for change. They fear change, but they hope for change. But they're sitting there just wishing upon a star. Nothing's happening. They know nothing. They're losing their patience, and they're just like, they're playing shell games. They're not telling us anything. This is terrible. This is really bad. Right?
Yeah.
It is bad. Yeah. They don't have any electricity. They use oil to generate their electricity, which is insane when you're in Cuba and you have sun all the time. But they don't have power anymore. Their electricity is gone.
So I read it. I think it is horrible where the state that they're in. I didn't get it as maybe as bad as Lori said, but I don't want to sugarcoat it either, because I think what I'm reading on. So I got the Six of Wands, and normally this Six of Wands is having some success, coming in as a winner. It could be a false thing. But in this deck, if you look at it, the rainbow is way up top. They're down here in the dark, in the weeds. They can see what they could be, but they're just in the thick of it. And it's being challenged by the high priestess, or being covered by the high priestess. So I feel like there's some kind of secrets that this is, I don't know, is this just the U.S. playing with it, or is there another nation that's coming in? Because I got the Empress in the hopes and fears, and a lot of times the Empress card for me is a Russian element to it. I don't know. They're so passionate. I got the Lover's card on the internal position, and then I got the Three of Swords in the external position. It's just brutal what's going on with them. The final outcome, though, that I got, and it goes back and forth. You got the Two of Pentacles. They're juggling things. They're trying to make things work. It feels like a more positive card. And I go, okay, that's good, until I clarified it with the Ten of Swords. And I go, okay, that's real bad. And then I clarified that with the Strength card. And I'm going, they're just on this roller coaster right now. And I think they're going to be okay, but not for a while. Their passion is too strong.
Yeah. We cut off their oil. Trump cut off their oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're getting oil from other places, I think. I think Mexico's stepping up.
Mexico is on pause because Trump threatened her with more tariffs.
I'm going to threaten him with no more ketchup.
It's okay. I think
What would he do?
The Grim Reaper is actively working on him. Okay. It is a real thing. I got the Five of Pentacles. Okay. I mean, that's obvious. They're going through a bad time. They're, the financial, the material, the lack of stability, all of that good stuff. The reason why we're not getting a lot of information is because they don't have enough power or whatever to get onto social media to document whatever is happening. It's like a strangulation that they're doing to the people right now. No information getting out. We don't want nobody knowing what's going on. However, they're transitioning. Their reliance on the oil and all of that, they are transitioning from reliance on the oil to something else. It's not going to happen over it because they don't believe any leader anymore. I got the pages source. The deceitful leader, the deceitful business rival. They don't believe anybody anymore. So right now they are suffering the 5 of Cups, the grief, the loss, the everything. It's like the regret, the despair. Who do we believe in? What's going on? However, they're searching. They're searching for a new place. They're searching for something new. And they are in a mental lockdown. There's no doubt in my mind. But they have to get over this board. They have to get over this bridge at this point in time. I think they do have smart people in Cuba. They do have people that can generate and makeshift things. And I think when they become more reliant on something else versus the oil, they won't have to deal with this imprisonment mentality anymore. They will be free. That's kind of what my cards are saying. But they have to get there. And I don't know how long it's going to take for the people to rely on something else versus what they have been taught and shown all of their life. So it's like it's that one thing, that one spectacular thing is you think starving somebody and forcing them to be reliant on something else or themselves, you think that you're being the bad person, but what it is really is teaching them to stop relying on everybody for so much.
Yeah.
And what do you think, Steve?
I think they're going to have to come together, because I'm pretty sure the people of Cuba are actually very good. I think they have a lot of care. Their music, the culture, that's all there. So they're going to, it's really rough. They're going to have to just come together, support one another, get creative. I don't know what's going to happen with regard to their government. That's a big question mark. I just don't know. But I certainly pray for them, and I hope they can use their own energy to work their way through this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of the things that the world is learning is that they need to be a little self-reliant. Certainly you can't rely on the United States anymore, which is going to be this huge, it's going to be a huge vacuum shift. However, that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But more and more people are going to step up and offer humanitarian aid. I was reading in the chat, somebody wanted to say hello to Psychic Duck. Hello, everybody. But they were also saying that all the oil is cut off, but Canada is giving some supplies and some relief to Cuba, because Canada is now going, screw you, U.S. We don't care.
Yeah.
We're strong enough on our own. So I think there's going to be other countries that are going to come in and say, we don't really care. And we're just going to be more and more isolated.
That is true. There's probably people helping them without it being advertised. If I was a country with a limited amount of power and also supplies, I would definitely sneak it to them. I would.
Yeah.
I would. So I just want to say thank you again for the donations. We appreciate
it. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
All right. So here's a question, and I don't know if you guys are, but what's the status of Mitch McConnell? Is he back? I think he is back via Zoom to the Senate, but I'm not sure he's back physically. I did a reading a little while ago, and it said something along the lines of, he's not leaving. He's too stubborn. He's like, I'm not leaving. I'm gonna be there, whether he's just very, very stubborn. Do you guys want to read on Mitch McConnell at all?
I think he's gonna leave. There's 3 people that all worked under him that are running for a seat.
Oh, no. He's already, he's not going back into the Senate.
Right.
He's already announced that he's not going to go for re-election. We're talking right now because he was in the hospital with,
I didn't know he was hospitalized.
Yeah, he was hospitalized for the flu. And it sounds like the reports say that he's out of the hospital and at home, and he's attending the Senate via Zoom or something along that lines. But we never get the honest story about his health. Do you guys want to
Yeah.
read on that?
Yeah,
or no?
and that flu is really nasty. So please, people,
Yeah.
take care of yourselves.
Then can we do the other question that I had?
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. I just kind of wanted to get one in from the but
Right,
Mitch McConnell
How was
needs
Mitch
to be in a
McConnell?
nursing home. I agree.
McConnell?
Yeah, let's just kind of because we never get the honest answers.
Ooh.
Tomorrow is Mitch McConnell's birthday.
Ooh,
Is it really? I didn't know. What is oh
he's a Pisces?
he's a Pisces. Yeah, I think I knew he was a Pisces.
Oh, they got her birth time wrong.
Yeah.
They got her birth time wrong. Something's wrong.
Probably
No, he must have all
well,
evil
he's
of-
so close to Aquarius, Aquarians, they can go either way on any given day. I love me self Aquarians. I mean, I love them. I have Aquarian in my sign, chart, but
You're gonna need a backhoe to dig yourself out of that little mess you just made.
does anybody have a backhoe I can borrow?
No.
Just checking. I'll rent it. Whoever's ready. Danny, are you ready?
Yeah, I am. So the first card I pulled, I just did a situational thing. The first card I pulled is the wish card. And I thought, who gets their wish? Is it us? Is it him? And then the second card I pulled is that card, the 9 of swords, and it's all cut up. He's not doing good. And whenever I get the 4 of swords and the death card together, that's normally not very good. Here's the 4 of swords. Right underneath it, I'm going to show some naked bits because it's just all skeletons and bones, and I don't think he's long for this planet. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
And he may be gone already.
I don't think so. That would be one announcement that we would just absolutely cherish. But anyways, Lori, what do you got?
I think that, before he kept thinking he was gonna, pull through and his balance was really off and he could make it through, but and he just wanted to be his normal healthy self. But these feelings are gone now. And I think he's having real problems from the waist down with the hangman. I think he's having vascular problems. I think he's having cardiac problems. I just think he's really having a tough time. And they've offered him, I think they've given him a diagnosis and offered him some treatment. And it doesn't look like he's accepting it, does it?
No.
He's like, I'm not. I don't think he's going to take any kind of extended treatment. So I think he's just going to ride it out right off into the sunset or the lake of fire.
I actually got the 5 of Cups, the loss, the grief, and all of that. My cards definitely picked up on the King of Wands and his lustful born leader. He has to be there. He has to just be at the Senate. He's loved every bit of it, being that person. But he's also his health. He's battling the health, and his health is poisoning his body. So whatever's going on is really not. And I don't think the medicine. I think when you brought up the medicine and stuff, I think the medicine would hurt him more than it would help him.
That can be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm getting the same information as for Trump as well. His medicine that he's been taking is also now hurting his body more than it's helping him. So I think both of them, maybe they need to go at the same time. That would be a miracle, wouldn't it? It's like Mitch McConnell. When you die, can you take your sycophant with you? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. What do you think,
very
Steve?
much.
I don't have much to say about Mitch McConnell. I mean, I never wish ill for anyone that's going through the latter stages of life. So I guess if I said anything about it, I hope he takes a good look at his track record of what he's done and really come to grips with that.
Yeah.
He could have voted for a yes for the impeachment, and he didn't do it. He's partial the reason why we are here.
100%. Where this is the reason why we have a Supreme Court that is jank.
Yep.
That's exactly right.
He's been the catalyst for a whole bunch of problems for this country.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
He was the architect of what happened with the Supreme Court. That's on him.
Yep, it is.
That's his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it won't. Yeah. All right. So, Lori, you said you had another question.
Yeah, this one's really, and I put this, because we're simulcasting to my channel, so I put this in the comments because this has really been weighing heavy on my mind. I've watched the Daily Beast, for entertainment purposes only. I watch, Joanna and Michael Wolff. But go ahead, this is just really weighing heavy on my mind. So go ahead and read the question.
All right. So the author, Michael Wolff, didn't sound an alarm regarding Epstein's activities and was hanging around both Epstein and Trump. Will he ever face charges for being complicit in the cover-up in the future?
Mm.
Right, because he was there. Taking notes, interviewing Epstein. He saw the pictures with Trump with the topless girls on his lap, right? I mean, right.
Was he taking pictures?
I don't know if he took pictures, but he was interviewing Trump. He was interviewing Epstein, and he did some with Bannon too.
Yeah.
And here's my first thought that came to mind. If you hang around in a barbershop long enough, you're going to get a haircut.
What?
If you hang around in a barbershop long enough, you're going to get a haircut. That was my first thought. If he's going to hang around those people like that, he might partake. And that's the reason why he didn't say anything. That's just my thought. My first thought that came to my mind. Same with anybody else that kind of hangs around with all of that long enough. So.
Hmm.
Right.
So the question is, will he be held to account?
Well, yeah, like you knew this was going on. You were interviewing them. You're standing there. You're in the house. He can't say he didn't know.
Yeah.
He knows He's suing Melania. He knows Melania met Epstein. Met Trump through Epstein and the other modeling dude. He knows all this information. He knows everything. So why did he keep his mouth shut when little people were having made big problems? I used to think he was cute, like Jiminy Cricket, with his big glasses and his bald head, and then, more stuff started coming out about him, and I thought, well, why were you sitting there when you know what was happening? Why didn't you say anything?
Yeah. Should be held to account, Michael. Why didn't you say anything?
I'll go ahead and go first.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and go first, and then we'll let Lori have the. But I got inside Queen of Cups. That's not a good sign when you're inside the Queen of Cups. inside with the women. Man-made disaster with the 3 of Hearts. Man-made disaster. So it's almost like if he's involved in any of the women, maybe he had one or two, I don't feel like he's like immersed. I just don't. I don't feel like this man, he kind of dipped his toes and then he got out, but he dipped it enough that he could be implicated and therefore he can't say anything anymore. Man-made disaster kind of tells me that he didn't, and then the heartbreak, he didn't like it. He had bad feelings about it or something along that lines. I do get justice. I do get justice for him, but also he knows that he can call on favors, charity from somewhere, someplace. If I don't say anything or if I do say something, you give me a good deal, things of that nature. And I also get magician and cult. The magician is like the power skills. He knows how to manipulate. He knows what to say. Know what to do. I just kind of feel like he regrets something really bad. That's my thing is he regrets it, and he got placed in a position of silence. Maybe money, maybe something, but he placed himself in a position of silence. So that's kind of what I got.
I could not agree with you more, 100%. And I don't think at his root, I think he was separate from this in his soul. I just don't think he felt good about it at all. But I think that his son, because he doesn't like what happened to the little people. And he regretted it. And I feel like he stayed too long and he was into too thick. But I also feel like he did what Bob Woodward did and gets all the information and just waits to write a book. Because he wrote Hell and Fury or Fire and Fury or something like that. He sacrificed himself. Right? And then I think he got caught. It was just too big. It was bigger than him. It was bigger, but I feel like he'll sacrifice himself again to get out of this. But I think he's got the outcome card is he's going to face more problems than what he thinks he's going to face. This is a heavy load he's taken on, and it's going to be a big lift. And I don't think he can do it. He's going to go on tilt. It's going to be bad for him. It's going to be tough, really tough.
I mean, I'm getting the same thing. I got the 3 of the very first card. I got the 3 of Cups, and then it's crossed by the heartbreak. He's in this web. He's really tied up with it. He's trying to protect his story, but he's waiting for his money. He's not bringing it out because he wants to write a book or he got paid or something. I don't see so much justice coming, but I do see him getting implicated in some legal issues with the Knight of Swords. But he gets really cut up.
That's the card of the day, Danny.
Pardon me?
That's the card of the day.
It seems to be, yeah. So, but he's still, either he's going to give up somebody that has a lot of money, or that somebody who has a lot of money is going to cover for him. So he seems like he's protecting himself pretty well with it. So
I've listened to him being interviewed several times. He's very smart and he's very discerning. And his income stream came from getting close to the devils. And I'm sure he heard some things in particular that were bad about people getting hurt. But I also think he was well aware of the potential of what these people were doing to other people and the harm. And yet he still went ahead with the books. So he may not have participated directly, with the activities that were going on, but he was a passive observer that then didn't do anything about it. And so that's, if he is aware of his soul, then that's weighing on his soul. Because if you don't do anything, when you know people being hurt, it's on you.
He's a loser.
Isn't that? I think that's amazing. If everybody's paying attention, each one of us got the Three of Swords.
Yeah.
What do you mean if they were paying attention? They're riveted.
They are absolutely riveted.
If they're
Well, we're going to go to something else, another conspiracy theories as we do. So here's the backstory on this. And I know you guys can't barely see me, but you know, it's okay. The backstory on this is Ghislaine Maxwell, for the second time, she was made via Zoom to testify in Congress. They had a live videotape of her and them asking her question. Of course, she pleaded fifth throughout the whole thing. So there's a picture of her in the live. So then all of a sudden, after that was done and over with, the people were like taking that picture of whoever that was on the live and butting it up to known pictures of Ghislaine Maxwell, and they did facial recognition. And so here's the theory. The thing is that was not Ghislaine Maxwell, and some think that Trump has already set her free, and that was an imposter. I mean, think about this. This is my own opinion before we read on this. Is Trump and all of them, they know how to use the tricks of the trade of movie theater tricks of the trade. They need to, if he did let her loose and let her free like he wanted, and he's gonna get what he wants anyway, and she is done, they need to make sure that his base he doesn't lose his base, because I don't think he took the temperature of his base, and none of them wanted her to be let free. So he has to do this trickery. He has to do this BS. They're not beyond it. This is not something that we would go, oh my gosh, this man would never do something like that. That's not true. We believe that he would absolutely do something like that. And so I want to read and see what you think. Was that Ghislaine Maxwell? Was that not? What do our cards say about that? Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
I've always read that she is not there the whole time, that she leaves. And when I was just shuffling, the guard or the decorated person or the person in uniform just came flying out of the deck. So I think there's someone there that lets her out, drives her around, lets her out. I'm going to hand it over.
She's free. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm going to hand it over to him to shuffle. Well, they're upside down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes.
Although I believe everything we say.
Did you? All right. Is she free? Is she in jail? What's the truth?
Somebody brings up a good point. I mean, it's visible. It's literally visible from one picture to the other that the nose is not the same. And they said that she got a broken nose. Well, here's what I know about broken noses, because I had a broken nose, is that unless you have a whole bunch of money, unless you have a plastic surgeon or whatever in jail, in prison, which they don't, your broken nose heals all by itself, and it has a little bit of a curve. It does not change this ever. But it will change here, like a little cricket or whatever. So if she had a pointed nose that pointed down, this should be cricket, but this right here will never change. Never, ever change unless you had a plastic surgeon go in and literally do that and you rearrange or fix her nose and give her a different nose, which if you're in prison, I don't think they'll let you do that. So that's one little thought about the broken nose theory on that.
Inquiring minds want to know, how did you break your nose? Did you get into a fight on your motorcycle? Were you in a motorcycle?
No, I was a bad little girl, and I was jumping on my bed, and a whole bunch of kids were jumping on their bed, and I fell, and I hit the corner of my dresser. I had 2 black eyes. It was horrible.
I ran into a doorknob once, but okay, never mind. We won't. I mean, if you don't want to tell us that you got into a.
No, I wish it was a cool little story, but no, it was me jumping on my bed after my parents told me to stop jumping on my bed, and I jumped on my bed and I fell and I hit the corner of my dresser and broke my nose. It was horrible. It was so painful.
Did you cry?
I did.
Oh.
And it wasn't until I was well into my 20s that they finally fixed it 'cause I had a deviant septum or whatever. And they finally just kind of rebroke it and kind of lined it up a little bit. And then I could breathe just a little bit. But I've had a broken nose. So I know exactly what that is. It changes nothing here because this is nothing. There's no bone there. It's not going to change the shape of the tip of your nose. It only affects where the bone is. So therefore, this broken nose theory is, come on. Come on. So anyways, there's that. There's a little information. But whoever's cards are ready, go for it.
I don't think she's there. I think she's gone. So I got... switching decks to the Light Seers Tarot. Let me make sure no naked parts, none. So literally, I got a reflection of her. So yeah, she's in the mirror. She's tied up, but she's not down here. I'm like, that's kind of interesting. The Hanged Man crosses it. It's like, oh, well, let's take a look at it from a different point of view. It's not, okay. I don't think she's there. At the top of the reading, we have moving on, and she is kind of living happily, whatever that means. She's not in prison. That's what I get. That's all I got.
What do you got, Lori? What did you get?
I got that she was there. She was guarded. She was there. She was mad. She was madder than a murder hornet. She was pissed. But then she got someone to get her out. She's got the cheater Peter, the getaway card. But she still isn't free because she can't go. She's locked in the wherever she is, and she can look out the window, but she's not free to go everywhere that she wants. But which is still really bugging the what out of her. But they made this disappearing act happen. She is, I don't think she's far, or they have some way of taking pictures or took enough pictures of her to show like she's still there. But it just doesn't look like they're telling the truth. It just looks like they made this whole big magic show happen. And poof, she disappeared.
Who disappeared?
Delane.
Oh. Okay.
Yep, I got the Nine of Swords. I got the Nine of Swords where she was suffering, and she was explaining, to her co-conspirator Trump, and all of his cronies how much she was suffering, and then he gave her a real promise to get her out. He gave her a real promise, and then Temperance. And then Temperance shows up. And, Temperance is wonderful when you're talking about, a whole bunch of stuff. But Temperance usually, and when you're talking about bad deeds, is that balance, that practice, that knowing how to do it. I mean, he's got the FBI knowledge to fake passport, fake name, fake this, fake that. I mean, everything, they can get somebody out. If they can put somebody in hiding with a fake life, they can get somebody out of prison and take them wherever they want. She saw the sun. She saw the sunshine. She is definitely on that. And who wielded that? The Knight of Wands, probably. As soon as I picked up that card and my hand started itching really bad, I felt JD Vance and who's that Voldemort guy?
Rick Scott?
No, his the demon guy.
Stephen Miller?
Phil?
Yes, Stephen Miller. Stephen
Miller is bald.
Stephen Miller. JD Vance and Stephen Miller put it all together on that.
Okay.
Teal has a lot to do with a lot of stuff, and I agree with you. And he probably instructed, but it looks like they're the ones that wielded the power to get her out.
All right.
But this is just a conspiracy theory. And Steve, what do you think?
Yeah, I think for a woman to survive in the environment that she was in for all those years with these men that were abusing women, she had to have been cunning and very clever and powerful in her own way and conniving.
Well, she was abusing them too.
And I think that if she's not dead, it's because she knows all, and she probably has proof, and that's probably been disseminated to various unknown law firms or people with the instruction: if all of a sudden I'm dead, release. And so they can't do anything in that way. The only option would be for her to be, just like you say, let out and then be put somewhere. I mean, it's possible she could get drastic plastic surgery and then re-enter life with new identity and identification. That could happen. So that's my theory on that.
Yeah, that is very, very true. And of course, there's a whole bunch of pictures over in Israel that are coming out. They're saying that Epstein is alive. I mean, everybody knows my opinion on that. Do you guys want to read on that or not? Or just leave that alone?
We're going to have to go here shortly.
Oh, yeah. It's an hour and 25. I don't know why it went so fast. But we have 21. It is. We have 2,101.
Ooh, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
We really had a great and wonderful audience watching us. So if we want to, let's do a good card for the collective, and we'll get out of here. What do you think?
Shuffle them all up and then spread them out and pick one, or pick one some way.
Sure.
And thank you, Steve, for joining us. You were valuable information here. That was
It was my pleasure. I enjoy humanity, and I study it quite closely. Every human being is a universe.
It's always good. That's a good outlook, to enjoy humanity as a human being in the universe.
Yes.
And every human being is a universe, and my universe is hangry.
Angry. Oh.
I'm hungry.
Hangry.
Hey, do y'all eat alligators out there?
I mean, there are
they do.
There are people that do. Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Just wondering. But when we were processing and trying to figure out a time for this, we had a little meme. How do you say that? Meme?
A meme war.
Meme on Florida and crocodiles, and so.
But you know what's going to happen? They started eating the iguanas.
Oh.
You knew that was going to happen, and now we're having another freeze Tuesday morning. We're going back down to like 39. Well, it's not going to freeze like it did last time, but it's still going to stun the iguanas. So they're going to be, they're just going to.
Well, the iguanas are out of control anyway, so this is helping the control, correct?
Oh.
You can eat them. They can eat them. We're not eating them.
Yeah.
No.
Nature has a way of keeping things or restoring balance, and sometimes it's not pleasant.
I've never tasted alligator tail. Never. That's the only part that you eat.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is the big Saturn Neptune conjunction at 0 point Aries, along with eclipse energy. Somebody's going to do something. Somebody is going to fall down or.
So in my research of this, which I thought, at first I heard that this has not happened at 0 degrees for like 7,000 years. And then I heard, no, it was 7,000 BC. So I'm not really sure. But when I did my research, because this is like a Genesis moment, some people say. So when I said, well, what happened 7,000 years ago? the wheel was invented. So what are we going to invent now?
A new noose?
AI.
New power plant for Cuba.
AI.
AI.
Aye, aye, aye.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yee.
I don't know why my starred things are not starring anymore. Oh well. What do we got?
Go, Danny.
I'll go. So, mystical shaman's dream, oracle, will of the wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. And so when we're dropping into this energy of reinventing the wheel, so to speak, it's not going to be like automatic. There's going to be some dark stuff that we're going to have to go through and find the treasures in there. So just don't look at the dark. Go searching for the treasures.
I love
Very
it.
nice. What do you got, Lori?
And Steve really did a mix-up. You should see this, okay? And then he chose the Knight of Cups, and I just got the Knight of Cups in our card of the day, which we do every day on the Way of Positive Change Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. And the Knight of Cups is an optimist, and he's a romantic. He's like Sir Lancelot. So love is in his cup. It's on his mind. It's in his cup. He's happy to see you. He believes in all things romance. So we need to just really rev up the love, think positively, optimistically, and like my favorite astrologer things, think globally, act locally, and bring the love. It's all about the love and creativity with the answer lot.
There you go.
We like that knight in shining armor.
And there's no golden liquid in his cup.
Oh,
Did you really have to go there?
I went there.
Steve needs to pull a card as well.
Well, he did. This is his card. But what do you?
Well,
Lori, you need to pull a card. Oh, you did it together?
Well, I mean, I have an ending thought. I saw somebody in the comments that scrolled through and say, stay in the light. And I really think that's important just for every human being. Sometimes we have small little interactions with people where we're being kind or respectful. And we don't really know how much we impact when you do somebody like that, or you help a stranger. You just don't know.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of instances where people came back to me and said I said something to them, and I had totally forgotten about it. Yet for them, it was a huge thing. So always just have faith that being good, being kind, being respectful is a powerful force, and you just don't know how big it's going to be.
That is true.
Yeah.
If you choose to be kind at all times, you have no idea how much your kindness travels.
Yes.
Absolutely. I have these cards that are called angel numbers. So I pulled the angel number for today, and it's 1313. So I'm going to read. It is starting fresh. And it says, step out of your comfort zone and begin creating something meaningful. Your skills and talents are aligned to bring I can't say this word. Anyways, the rewards. Build your confidence and trust in your decisions as you embark on a new beginning.
Nice.
Can anybody read that one word? Ambitious. It's right.
Inhibitions?
Yes, there it is.
I couldn't read it, but I'm psychic.
You are.
Yeah, I know. You are.
Wow.
There's just some words I cannot say.
I know you are, but what am I?
Exactly. And thank you for everybody who has joined our chat and sent me a text message. Leslie, I think she sent me a nice, beautiful text message, and thank you for that. everybody is kind of commenting about how I haven't done a solo because I'm having a hard time with that and talking about it and crying, and it's like bubbling up. And also thank you for Jackie, my girl Jackie's always here watching us, and I want to say hello to her as well. But that's all we got, everyone, and thank you so much. It was a pleasure, and we will do this again next month as soon as we figure out a date and a time. So
We love you. Hang in
All
there.
right.
love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.